Hello everyone, welcome to another new video. I'm really happy that you guys have enjoyed the last video about my placement day, and I have filmed more about it as well. But I thought it will also be interesting for me to share other aspects of my life as a medical student. So today will be more like a regular school day for me, which involves some group work session, some lectures, and also some self-directed learning to do. And this week we're starting a new theme about cardiology, and it's more about cardiovascular pathologies, including things like ischemic heart attack, heart failure, coronary heart syndrome, etc, etc. For me, it is more like a revision and maybe taking it further from last year's study. So I don't expect it to be super hard for me. It will be really interesting for us to be able to understand deeper about those diseases and symptoms. But saying that, cardiology is a really huge part and also important part in the clinical aspect, because it is very common for people to present with various cardiovascular symptoms, and it can be mixed with other disorders. It can come on itself. So it is really important to be able to understand all the aspects, all the ins and outs of it, to be able to make a diagnosis. So today will be really busy because we will be having 2 hours group work this morning, followed by 2 hours of lecture. We will have 1 hour lunch break, and then after that will be another lecture on cardiology. And after that we will have a lecture on IMP module, which stands for individual and population, where we're taught about the individual aspect and population aspects of medicine. And after that we will have a self-directed learning to do. So that will be the official schedule ending at 5 p.m. But I will also need to prepare for tomorrow's lecture, for which the lecturer has provided 40 minutes video for us to watch beforehand. As I said, this will be a really busy and rich day for me to tackle on. So hopefully let's see how it goes, because sometimes I don't finish all the lecture on one day, because that will be too exhausting for me. So let's just see how it goes. So for breakfast we are having chocolate coffee smoothie, i.e. mocha smoothie. So this is the OOTD for today.
我现在家门前都是雪，你看我的车，我的车，超级多雪，好多呀。
Yeah, so despite the way, it has been snowing very heavily in the past 2 days, and everything was just covered in a blanket of snow. It was so beautiful. An interesting fact is that the British people say raining cats and dogs, but they don't say snowing cats and dogs. Interesting, isn't it? So this morning we first had 2 hours of group session to prepare for our presentation a few weeks later. But because I have already done my job, so I basically used the time to do a little review of the coming lecture this morning, and use the rest of the time to review the previous content. And I eventually managed to use the monitor screen in the school's library, and it was such a quality boost because the bigger screen is much more comfortable to my eyes, especially when I'm looking at it for a long time. So for lunch I'm having a salmon steak with some vegetables. Please don't judge me on the color, because I misused 老抽 instead of 生抽. It is forgivable, isn't it?
Ah, that looks so good. More chickpeas or?
Chickpeas, rice, onions, and then tomato puree with like sweet corn and other vegetables, and then rice on the side.
Oh, that looks so perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, just put it. Hi guys, so it is 6 o'clock right now and I'm just heading to the union. Just as I said in the morning, I'll be attending a surgical talk at the Leeds Union. That's what I'm gonna do right now. It's getting really dark. I haven't been going home this late. Well, unfortunately it's raining right now, but just let me show you how the British people are combating the weather. No umbrella ever. Oh my god, have a look. The rain is so heavy. Like I'm all wet and it's freezing outside. This bloody weather. So this is what I've got. This from the meal deal and these are 2 snacks. Guess how much this cost? £6.75. Good job, England. This one, peanut and almond. It tastes so good. It has lots of nuts, you can see, and also a little bit of chocolate. This one's so good. Save it for later. And this one is a prawn sandwich, but to be fair, I'm freezing right now, so I would very much prefer a warm meal rather than a cold sandwich. But this is what I can get right now because all the refectories are closed by 7 p.m. already. So just be grateful for having food then. And also the last one was a bottle of coffee, which is supporting my phone right now, behind the phone.
Thank you, little coffee.
These are just pure prawns. Pretty plain taste, but I don't complain. We're ready to go now. No, I'm really tired right now. I just want to go back home and sleep on my bed.
Not decide to every single thing. You get what I mean?
Do you want the...
Hello, Anna. Wait, is this your vlog?
Yeah.
Right, hi. Wait, what's your vlog called? Is there a name for your channel?
No, just a medical day.
Oh, hi guys. This is medical day in my life. Second year medical students with other medical students. Pan over there.
Do you want to be... Oh, thank you.
This is the first year medical student.
Yeah, this is first year and second year.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm a first year medical student.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Brilliant. And we're second year medical students.
Unfortunately. Still here. 1 year wasn't enough.
Okay. And yeah, we're gonna go for the plastic surgery talk, see what it's about. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being my spokesman.
Talk in progress.
Oh, yeah, I have a question. So I heard somebody say doing surgery requires you to learn like a whole set of new information in addition to what you learn at med school. And they also said most surgeons wouldn't care and you don't need to know about the disease process or diagnosis. They just receive patients in the theatre and start doing things and done. So,
hello everyone. Thankfully, eventually we're back home right now. It is 9 o'clock. Honestly, I hate this weather. It was blowing hard and it was freezing cold outside. I'm literally frozen and completely wet right now. Look at my hair, look at my coat, my jeans are wet, my socks are wet, my shoes are wet, and my fingers are also freezing, my face is freezing as well. So here's the plan. I will give you a small summary of this evening and wrap up today, and I'll have something warm. I really need something warm right now. After that, I will just do as much as study as I could for this evening and then have a really good sleep. Okay, fine. I've just heated up some veggies, some rice and an egg. I really need something warm. I'm not eating too much, I'm just needing something to warm myself, and otherwise I'm going into hypothermia. So tonight we had an almost 2 hours of surgery talk given by Dr. Majumdar. Honestly, I really like the content of the talk, and Dr. Majumdar also shared with us lots of his interesting career stories, including many aspects of plastic surgery, from breast reconstruction, nose reconstruction, to something like vascular surgery, hand replacement, and also helping people in the war area, such as in Africa or in Middle East. So that was really interesting and also inspiring, which kind of also encourages me to pursue this path, at least for now. So that was this evening, and as a wrap up of today, I haven't finished the IMP lecture and e-learning because I was spending time reviewing and organizing the notes from the previous lecture. And what I didn't finish today also includes the preparation for tomorrow's anatomy lecture, my Anki card review, which I'm going to spend the evening doing. So that's almost the end of the day and also the end of the video. And lastly, I just want to share a little bit more information about plastic surgery for those if you're interested. And well, if you're not really interested in this stuff, this video is literally at the end for you. And hope you have enjoyed this video, and as always, stay happy and healthy. And now, for those who are still staying there, I'm really happy to share what I learned from today's vascular surgery talk. So for most people who don't do medicine, maybe plastic surgery is more like cosmetic surgery to them, like making your face look prettier, making your body shape better, like doing something with your breast and also your buttocks. But plastic surgery basically means reconstructive surgery, which means that it has to do with everything that helps with restoring the original shape and function of a part of a body. For example, if a person has cut open his finger, like if you injure this tendon here, then you wouldn't be able to contract this tendon. So if you want to make a fist here, you will literally be like this. Even though you want to contract these two fingers, you wouldn't be able to do so. And that will involve like a plastic surgeon or vascular surgeon to restore and reconstruct your structure here. And also, for example, there are people who are born with some congenital facial abnormality, like a cleft lip, which is very typical and very common one. So they can do surgery to make your lips normal. And there are also people with tumors growing in their face, so the face will be really swollen here, and that will involve plastic surgeon to both remove the tumor and also restore the shape of the face as well. And for example, someone has a really severe burns, their body will heal, but it will heal with the severe contraction, which means the contraction of your wound after healing. So for example, someone having severe burn around the neck region like here, if they don't receive any treatment, their skin of the jaw and the neck will literally be connected together, making them something like this, or making their jaw connected to the clavicle so tight that they are unable to close their mouth, and that will be a really huge problem for both their eating and also swallowing and also many daily functions. And that will involve plastic surgeon to cut open the skin and help to put the skin back to its normal position and restore the function of the patient. So having said that, plastic surgery is a really interesting specialty with lots of diversity and possibility. So I'm really into it right now. And something in the talk that I particularly like is that Dr. Majonda said there are many people thinking that doctors are doing this because they earn a lot, but the job of a doctor is also very exhausting and demanding. Being a person with such intelligence and abilities, there are numerous ways that they can earn a lot of money and also live a comfortable life without having to spend their Christmas holiday being on call, being in the theater, rescuing someone they don't know, and not being able to accompany their children, seeing them open their Christmas gifts. And the reasons why those doctors, instead of spending their time with their family and their children, to spending the time on the theater to rescue someone they don't know much about, is because of the rewarding feeling of seeing someone getting well, getting recovered, being able to walk, being able to use their hand, being able to enjoy the rest of their life. I hope from my talk you can kind of get a feeling of the passion of the consultant about their job, and I think it is really useful to attend such talk from time to time, because you will get inspired by them and you will get encouraged to go further, to continue this path despite the difficulty and the time commitment we've put in. And not gonna lie with you guys, I literally was gonna cry at the moment in the talk because of the story he shared, and also seeing those people he has treated who originally have no hand, no fingers, no feet, no legs, were eventually able to live a normal life. And there was also a guy with entire hand replacement who was holding his newborn baby preferentially with the replaced hand. Isn't that feeling good if you're the surgeon who done that for him? So I don't know how to end this talk right now, but that's just the thoughts from tonight, and I'm really moved and I'm really impressed by him now. I hope those who stayed find it interesting, and that's just the end of the video. Thank you for watching again. See you in the next bit. I also always ask some questions about 天，我不想说了，好累啊！说英语好累呀。